Good morning. What's going on, everybody? It's officially game week. We have made it after, I don't know how many weeks, a billion, a trillion.
Too many.
It's been way too many. But what's going on, everybody? Got a good show for y'all today. Gonna talk the quarterback battle. We also have the defensive stats from last week. So we did the over-unders. We're gonna do those again. And I wrote those up this morning for you. Got to give a shout out. Wayne was the first person in here. He says, got his coffee going. It's time for some Buckeye Brew. Good morning to everybody. So yeah, good morning, everybody. What's going on, Ron? How you doing?
Pretty good. Getting into the swing of things. It is still early for the start of the week. I swear it gets earlier and earlier every morning, but we are here.
Yeah, somehow, some way we manage. But yeah, man. Here we go. So today we're going to talk quarterback battle. Obviously, it never ends. So we'll get in there and how we're feeling about it. So let's jump into that. But before that, I got to plug some stuff because we had it all last week. So again, start a new pregame show on Saturday morning. Everybody not forget. So Saturday morning, 10:30, you'll find Ron, you'll find me, you find some untitled guests will be showing up. So everybody will be here Saturday morning. 10 o'clock, right? 10 o'clock?
10 a.m., 10 to 11:30.
So we'll be in here for that. Now, post-game, Bleacher Report reached back out to Ron. They say he did a fairly decent job, so we'll bring him back for that. So you'll get instant reaction on Bleacher Report. Download the app today. Be prepared. We'll be back on there talking ball right after the game, right after the reaction. Finally have some football to talk about. Thank the Lord. Also, too, Wednesday, Mike and the crew will be back. National show, The Fans Edge. So they'll be going takes on there. And me and Chris will be here at 7 o'clock Thursday. Bring your alcohol, bring your drinks. We're gonna be here late as we kick off the preseason show. So I think is that everything, Ron? Everything.
We dropped 2 hype videos on the channel last night too. So after today's episode, go watch those and get pumped for the college football season. So yeah, we have 2 hype videos, one for Ohio State, one for all of college football. Both of those are out now on the channel, so check those out. But yeah, I think that is everything.
All right, we covered it. Let's get to the show. So, finally, question, Ron: do we get a starter this week?
I hope so. At this point, I can't take this battle anymore. I need them to name a starter, and if we go into week 1 with 2 starters, I'm gonna be fucking furious because then it goes from a peaceful game where everybody's supposed to be enjoying, a 31-point blowout over Indiana week 1 against a conference foe. And it's going to be a Buckeye Civil War on all of social media. The first guy to throw an incompletion is the worst quarterback ever. The first one to throw a touchdown, there's going to be people putting up trees in Buckeye Grove. It's a lose-lose situation once we go into the game with 2 quarterbacks. So I feel like it's almost taking some of the excitement out of the start of the first week because I just know it's going to be hell everywhere.
Yeah, man. I feel like this is the natural transition of Ryan Day. Since he's walked in the door, we have gotten no information. It's just gotten less and less. So we go from no injuries to no depth chart. Now we ain't got no starters. Everybody plays. So it's just the way that this deserves to go. But yeah, man. So I guess we'll talk how we feel about there being no starter. I just feel like you said, it kind of diminishes your feeling going into the game because you're like, oh, well, Devin Brown's going to ball out. What if he doesn't start? Well, Kyle McCord's going to ball out. Well, he might not start either. Well, yeah, all right, I don't know. Somebody's going to ball out. Lincoln Kyle-Holmes is going to start at quarterback, like Chris said, and he's going to ball out. So at least we got that. But yeah, man, I don't know exactly how I feel about that when talking the mentality of the program. It's just having a straight direction of this is our guy and let's go. I don't know how you feel about it, but that's me. I'm like, this feels wishy-washy. It's game week. We about to go up there and put 50 on Indiana. Name a quarterback and let's ride.
I mean, it's the most Ryan Day thing ever. I mean, he's Mr. Nice Guy, doesn't want to hurt anyone's feelings, and the fact that we don't have a starter named after I mean, it's not like one of these guys is a transfer or you haven't had time to evaluate them. Devin Brown's been in the program for 2 years. Kyle McCord's been in the program for 3. We've had spring, we've had fall, and we still don't have a starter. And then it makes you wonder, like, okay, you've had 3 years to establish yourself, Kyle. I thought Kyle was going to take the reins of this quarterback battle by the end of spring, and we would have a starter name coming out of spring. And the fact that we're now 5 days away from the Indiana game and Kyle is still not the starter, it just gives me concern because it's one of two things. Either Kyle isn't doing what he needs to separate, or Devin Brown's that exceptional and Kyle McCord is a great quarterback, but Devin Brown just will not relinquish his hold on this competition. And if that's the case, you have to play Devin Brown. I mean, at no point last year did anyone think that Kyle McCord was pushing CJ Stroud to be the starter. So, I mean, if you're being pushed already by Devin, who's a year younger, has been in the system less, you have to play the younger guy. So, like, I'm interested to see because clearly the coaches are split on this. Clearly, Ryan Day is uncertain about this. So, it's really time for, Hall of Fame Twitter coaches to step in and do what Ryan Day is not able to do. And he's going to go out there and play 2 quarterbacks potentially on Saturday. And you're going to need a Hall of Fame Twitter coach like me to step in and tell you who the starter is. And I feel like that's what's going to happen. He's going to go out there and trot 2 quarterbacks out there and let the people decide.
Yeah, I love you always ask. They'd be like, "Well, do you trust the coaches?" Well, yeah, I do, but not about this. If you hear my opinion on who should start and things like that, so I think that's too funny. So I do want to ask you in the chat. So let's say we get 2 quarterbacks on Saturday, begrudgingly, to get a starter. What do you need? Let's start with Kyle McCord. What do you need to see from Kyle McCord to say he's the guy?
Number one, whoever plays on Saturday better not turn the ball over. That's the number one thing I better not see. Turnovers. If Devin Brown goes out there and lights it up, but he's turning the ball over, fumbling, throwing it to the other team, that's not going to excite me. Same with Kyle McCord. Like, I don't want to see you trying to force it into tight windows and turning the ball over. So, number one for me is protect the ball and then finish in the red zone. Those are the 2 things that I'm looking for personally during this battle. If they both play on Saturday, I need to see someone protect the ball and I need them to put points, not just 3 on the board. I need to see them put touchdowns on the board in the red zone. So those would be the 2 things that I'm looking for from these quarterbacks on Saturday.
Yeah, red zone execution, obviously, very important. Definitely need that. We struggled with that over some seasons, and it's cost us at times. Kyle McCord, man, I would just love to see confidence. I would love to see him go through the defense like a surgeon, like real precise, you know what I'm saying, hitting his guys, balls on time, things like that, because he's been here, should be comfortable with these receivers right now. From Devin Brown, I would love to see a little more, I guess, I don't know, I want to say a little more like vibe, but a little more explosion to the offense. I want to see him, willingly use his legs. I want to see him, try deep ball. I want to see him take some chances. I would like to see, because he's a little more of a risk taker, so I would love to see him play a little more to that, take chances, let guys make plays, things like that, because I think they have a little different playing style even under the same offense. So that's what I would love to see the guys, and obviously be themselves. Don't, try to fit in, like be yourself, and then the offense will fit you. So that's what I love to see both guys, and then who's ever better, count the stats, and let's roll from there. So I will.
You really think the performances, and like this is the thing that's frustrating me. Again, who am I? Yeah. Hall of Fame Twitter coach. I don't fucking think that like I'm gonna need to like pull up the box score and like pull out my magnifying glass to figure out who played better. Like I feel like by the end of the game, I will confidently be able to say without looking at the stats who played better, which again makes me so confused how we are at this point. Like, how is it this close that you, Ryan Day, excellent quarterback evaluator, producer of 3 first-round picks, can't tell which is the better guy, which makes me feel like emotion and feelings is coming into this decision because, like, I just find it hard to believe the cutthroat mentality of, a top 5 program head coach can't look at these 2 and tell me which one's better. I think
No,
that's
he probably
bullshit.
knows. I said this weeks ago. Ryan Day knows who the starter should be. He's just not going to tell us, or he's
Why?
going to roll it out slow. I
Why?
don't
We're
know
a
why,
31
but
fucking point favorite. Who are we? Are we gaming Indiana? Like, if we
yes,
need to hide who our starting quarterback is from the fucking Indiana Hoosiers, I mean, I don't want to hear natty season from anyone because, we got to fucking hide our quarterback and because Indiana might beat us. Like, what are we doing?
I'm telling you. I said it weeks ago. I was like, bro, he knows. Like, there's no way he doesn't know. He knows by now. He knows who starter is. He knows who's going to start on Saturday. He's just not telling us. I firmly believe he's just holding it down for whatever reason. I don't know. Something else.
Honestly, if
There's no
there's
way.
honestly, if there's I mean, there's one start between these two guys. If they think Indiana is gonna have an advantage if they know who the quarterback is, they should fucking name the quarterback. I want to see Indiana's best shot, most prepared against whoever this guy is that's going to be our starting quarterback. I don't want anything easy for them. These are tune-up games leading up into Notre Dame. So, I mean, if you feel like Indiana's going to play better if they know Devin Brown's the starter, I want Devin Brown in his first start to see Indiana's best shot. Like again, I'm just not on this gamesmanship type of thing where we're hiding the starter from someone.
I mean, I don't think it has anything to really do with Indiana. We're a 28-point favorite. If we don't walk in to blow them out, I will be surprised. I think Ryan Day is really just maybe having the mentality of maybe wanting guys both to prepare like starters, maybe wanting guys to, go play like or go out there, ball out, play loose. And so they're splitting. Yeah, so Chris said they're splitting reps down the middle in practice. I think he wants both guys to think,
That's
hey,
stupid.
you're still in a battle. Let me push you all the way to the end, and then we'll go from there. Your chance will be on Saturday to go prove yourself. You're truly the starter. I think it's mentality like that. I would say he knows, and if it was Notre Dame, he would pick a starter and be like, "All right, this is my guy Saturday." But because it's Indiana and it should be a blowout, I think he's just really tapping into that mentality, or he just doesn't want to tell the media. One of the two. But I would say more he's pushing to the mentality of these quarterbacks and saying, can I get a late jump? Can I get somebody who I think they were having a scrimmage late last week or early this week?
At what point do you just go with the younger guy then? Because how long do we do this?
If you-
Show me something. Kyle, you had fucking forever to win the job. It's over. You know what I'm saying?
What did Mike say? Let me tell you something. If it was me, I would have named the young guy probably like 2 weeks ago, or at
That's
least
what
a
I'm
week
saying.
ago.
It's like, yo, your girl's cheated on you fucking 4 times, but like maybe she's gonna change. Like, nigga, you know who she is now. Like,
She
you've
might.
seen this. Like, what are we
Might.
what are we doing? Like, you know who Kyle McCord is. So either you're dicking Kyle McCord around because he's the better quarterback and it should have been named the starter, or you're dicking over Devin Brown. Like, I find it so hard to believe that one of them is not better than the other. Noticeably. Like, how much, like, when have you ever seen, like, give me an example in the last 3 years on this team where, if you swapped out the backup at any position, that is relatively the same, no drop off.
Outside of maybe some Sonny Styles in the secondary last year.
That's an improvement.
So
That's an improvement. Without question, every person knows that Sonny Styles was better than the fucking undrafted niggas ahead of him. And that's exactly my fucking point, bro. You said Sonny Styles. You knew the younger guy was better. There's not an example. Like, even Trey and mine, even when mine came in, you knew, oh man, I wish our fucking starter was healthy. Like, none of these guys, any position, even when we see the worst guy playing, everyone fucking knows who the better player is. I challenge you. 3 years, name someone where it's just been like, oh, it doesn't matter who we have out there. Still Chambers or CJ Hicks, we know they're the same. It's never. So you're telling me with an off season, you still don't know? It's cap. It's fucking cap.
Oh man. I don't know, man. I named a couple weeks ago. That is just me. Do you also, let me ask, so probably not gonna get a starter. Both guys play Saturday. Do you think this goes past game one? If you do
Not
have
if
that
I
home
have any
Arkansas
fucking say,
State
because
coming
I
up.
swear to God, if it's noticeable who the starter is, I'm getting on Bleacher Report and naming the fucking starter. Like, immediately after the game, I will name the starter. Fuck the Ryan Day press conference. You come over to Bleacher Report. Ron James, Hall of Fame Twitter coach, will have a starter named for you. Like, there's absolutely, Ryan Day needs a full spring session, spring games, 5 scrimmages to name a starter. Your boy Ron James needs 1 game against Indiana, and I'll be able to tell you who that starter is. So make sure you tune in on Bleacher Report, because fuck the Ryan Day press conference. There is no way this can go past 1 game.
I would say, yeah. I mean, somebody's got. There's very few things that are equal in this world. Somebody's got to be better. Somebody has to run the office. Somebody has to do something better to where you can name a starter here. So hopefully that is not last past week 1. So let's see. So I want to ask this in a hypothetical, because you have up here who's going to throw for more yards, who's going to throw for more touchdowns. Let's say in a hypothetical world, we have the multiverse. And in one multiverse, Devin Brown starts. In the other multiverse, Kyle McCord starts. All things are equal. No injuries, nothing crazy like that. They're dealing with the same thing. Who do you think would throw for more yards and touchdowns if that was the case?
If they each played the whole game?
Yeah. So let's say like we got one multiverse, Devin Brown won. He's starting all 50. We got 12 games, all 12 regular season games. Kyle McCord in another multiverse starts all 12 regular season games. Who do you think's throwing more for yards and touchdowns? Maybe I made this one more difficult. You see, this is why you hired me. This is exactly why you hired me. We created a multiverse.
I go with
Chad. Let me know.
I think Devin Brown throws for more yards and touchdowns. I just feel like he has significantly more bucket in his DNA. Like, I think he's going to go out there and make the throws necessary. I mean, we saw him smash every record in the state of Utah, only playing, 3 quarters, half a game. You know what I mean? Like, he wasn't even finishing out these games. He was running up the score so high. So I go with the younger guy. I think Devin Brown by week 5, without question, given the exact same opportunities, would be the better quarterback. I mean, looking at his life trajectory, they're in a neck-to-neck quarterback battle, and Kyle McCord's been in the program a year longer. He's been on this earth a year longer. Like, you have an advantage, and Devin Brown is right on your ass. The fact, like, I've been Kyle McCord since day 1. Kyle McCord. By week 2 of fall, when they hadn't named the quarterback, they were telling me something. If Devin Brown, having broke his thumb, not having a traditional offseason between the spring and the fall, and still coming in and competing after nursing an injury, what are we doing here? Like, the more and more we talk this out, I'm starting to fucking get pissed off, because it doesn't make any fucking sense. This guy was hurt. He's still battling in the fucking quarterback battle, and he's still right there. Name the guy. If Devin's the guy, fucking name him.
I mean, yeah, I agree with you there. If it's close, again, I play the younger guy. In this hypothetical world I created, I think I would go with Devin Brown to have more touchdowns. I don't know if I would go with him and have more yards. I think I'll give yards to Kyle McCord, but I would say Devin Brown probably have more touchdowns than interceptions. He seems like a little more risk taker, a little Brett Favre. So I would go there, but I think overall he would produce. And I mean, that's what you get. You know, have somebody say, hey, F it, Marv out there somewhere, just letting it fly. So that's what I would think. But yeah, man, so we still don't know about this quarterback battle. Things are up in the air with that. But we will move on from that. Hopefully, Ryan Day has presser tomorrow? He said tomorrow.
I think so. Tomorrow.
All right, yeah. So he has a game week presser. So we will hopefully get some more information on that, because I'm honestly tired of talking about quarterbacks at this point. I just need a guy, and let's roll. But yeah, so last week, this is for you guys in the chat. We got 48 people in here. Y'all are in here early for game week. We really appreciate that. Like that video. I mean, it's even little high numbers for us. So y'all are excited for the game week just like we are. We can't wait. Go ahead, like that video and wake somebody else up and get them in here who's not already in here. Let's grow this channel. Let's try to get the 5K by the season, all that good stuff. So last week we played offensive stats over under. and we got some predictions there. I said, hey, we'll run it back with the defense starters and all that. So let's roll. Oh, we got a super chat. Let's get that up here before we get to it. There, I got blazing highlights. DB33 is QB1. All right, bold statement right there. Man, I still don't know if I get behind that 33, man.
I absolutely can't, even if he's named starter, bro. I hate that shit, bro. It's so bad. It is
like it's so good because we really
bad.
haven't seen any highlights, so it's like you don't have to see the 33s like the ball, but it's like, dang, Jack Sawyer really balling out today.
That's what I'm saying.
I don't know. Chad, is we rocking with the 33 or not? I don't know if I've asked that, but are we rocking 33? Blazing highlights. We appreciate you for super chat of the week. Appreciate you most definitely. But yeah, man, I don't know. Jill Chase's 33 is ass. So I don't know if we can rock with 33. But let's go ahead and hop into these over-unders again. Appreciate the super chat. All right.
Maybe that's why he hasn't been named a starter. Like maybe it's the 33. That's the holdup.
Right, they said change your number. No. All right, you ain't starting.
Okay. That's how I do it.
All right. So let's start at the top. Our guy, Jathan, or is it? Yeah, it's Jathan, right? Jathan Tuimoloau. So, obviously, projected first round pick. Dude's up there on all the boards. Everybody's going to have a breakout season. Chat, over, under for JT, 7.5 sacks. 8 to hit the over, 7 to hit the under. How much of a breakout season does JT have? Let me know. Is he over? Is he under? Ron, 7.5 sacks. Where you at?
I want to be negative Nelly on these fucking unders because I was looking at them pre-show, bro. Under. This nigga didn't have 5 sacks last year. Ain't no way I'm getting on here and be like 7.5. No.
Now wait.
No, I got to see something. I'd rather be wrong than get out here and fucking. I can't, like, maybe it's game week. Like maybe the nerves are starting to get to me, but like the sunshine, everybody, it's like a bright, smiley day. The season's here, and me, I'm like the grumpy old guy, like ashing cigarettes into his coffee and drinking it. Like the sky is gray for me here in Pittsburgh right now. Like we don't have a fucking quarterback. The season's here. I'm going under, bro. I ain't like we are at show me something season. Like I got through like the off season is when I lie to myself to just get through the days. Like better times are coming. We're winning in Natty. We have a Heisman at quarterback, running back, and linebacker. Like we have this talent everywhere. But now that the season's right in front of me, like y'all niggas got to prove it to me every fucking week. And right now, I ain't seen no sacks. Everybody's at 0, and I got to see something. I need a big game from JTT. I mean, we saw him go crazy against Penn State, but I mean, at the end of the day, he had less than 4 sacks last year. So I'm going to need to see something before I can get out here and say 8. So I'm taking the under.
So the chat is split. I'm seeing some overs. I'm seeing some unders. Y'all are pretty split here. I will say we talked all off season about this interior push, how crazy Mike Hall and Tyleik Williams and Tywone Malone and Ty Hamilton's, a lot of ties in there, and Hero Canoe and all those guys are going to go crazy inside. If they do what they're supposed to do, I think 7 is really walking the line, but I'll go the over. I'll go 8. I think he's going to have 7 or 8 sacks this season. I will go 8. You know, gets that final sack against Michigan to close out the game. It hits the 8. So, and also this is regular season, people. No playoffs, no Big Ten championship, nothing like that. So this is regular season. I will go 8. I think he's going to go crazy. So there. So moving on. Jack Sawyer. Now, I was surprised at these numbers because Jack Sawyer is less. He's at 6.5. So now Ron, he's at 6.5. We think Jack Sawyer go crazy this year. So 6.5 sacks, 7 to get the over, 6 to hit the under. Chat, where is Jack Sawyer at in sacks? Ron, let me know.
I have Jack Sawyer leading the team in sacks this year. I think he does get 7. He led the team last year with 4 playing out of position and overweight. I think him more at his natural position, more opportunities. I think Jack will hit that 7 mark in sacks this year.
Yeah, I'm right with you. Posh, I also see you asking about when Ron's gonna be on Bleach Report. Saturday post game. Right after the game, he'll have an immediate reaction and we'll go to Bleach Report right there. So usually you just had your Buckeye full no, that's wrong. Buckeye fill, because we finally played. Right after that, Ron's gonna give his instant reaction on Bleach Report. He will be there. Download that app. Jack Sawyer. Man. See, the thing is, I think these guys are gonna go so crazy in the first couple weeks that it's gonna be like the rest of the regular seasons, like a sack here, sack there. They're gonna hit their numbers. Jack Sawyer 6.5. I think Jack Sawyer's draft status is strictly based off his sacks. I think with the interior pass rush, JT on the other side wreaking havoc, I think Jack can go for double-digit sacks this season. I think he can. I think he can get 10. And I think he needs to hit 10 if he wants to be that first round pick that he was supposed to be when he walked out of high school, all ripped up, talking about he was a wolf man. I'm definitely going double digits for Jack. He hits over 6.5 easy. Probably should have switched those, to be honest, and make it more interesting. But yeah, I think I'm definitely hitting the over.
I think he hits the over double digits again. I got to see something before I start talking crazy like that. Because who knows? We may go out and beat Indiana 73-0, and I'm going to get on Bleacher Report and just start lying. Like, national championships. Fucking, is it too late to schedule the 2001 Miami Hurricanes? Like, tell them niggas pull up. Like, let us start winning, bro. I'm going to start talking disrespectful. But I need to know who the fuck my quarterback is first, and I need to see my defense actually tackle someone. Like, bro, I saw highlights from last season. I was putting together that hype video that's on the channel, and in the college football one, we have the Parker Washington long run, and we had two motherfuckers in our secondary run into each other, essentially tackle each other, and the receiver spins out of an arm tackle. I swear to God, if I see our cornerbacks like hanging on like fucking fangirls onto wide receivers streaking through our secondary this year, missing fucking arm tackles, I'm going to lose it, bro.
Ron,
you motherfuckers need to go out there and tackle someone. No, fuck positivity, bro. The season is here. We are in realism season, bro. The sunshines are fucking gone. The rainbows, you can't fucking see them anymore. All you can see is a fucking third straight loss to Teton right in front of us. So if motherfuckers don't get their shit together, that's what we have to look forward to. All this fucking everybody's great bullshit is over. Like, niggas got to prove it week in and week out. I'm done kissing ass. Off season is over. We are here, and niggas need to win. Period.
So I'm gonna let y'all know Ron's on his serious streak. But if you want to hear some serious lies, tune in to State of the Program on Thursday with me and Chris Drew and Sam Clyde. We will be drinking. The lies will be plentiful, and we are going to be hyped up.
Drinking that Ryan Day Kool-Aid, nigga. You better wake up, bro. The season's here.
I'm just letting y'all know. Yeah, tune in Thursday. You gonna get some serious lies. So this one is interesting right here. I got the stat for y'all. Mike Hall. We all know Mike Hall was hurt last season. Absolute monster. Saw what he did in Notre Dame game. Mike Hall this season. This is the guy, right? Interior pass rush. Is Mike Hall 6.5 sacks over or under? Over to hit 7, under to he hits. If he hits 6, he's under. But let me preface this stat. You're like 6.5. That's kind of a lot. A healthy Mike Hall in the first 6 games last season hit 4.5 sacks. First 6 games. So if he was able to repeat that or get close, he'd only have to get 2 more. Mike Hall, over under 6.5 sacks. Ron, where you at?
Under. I think he hit 6. Getting that many sacks from the interior in your name's not Aaron Donald. I just find that difficult to do. I think 6 would be more than acceptable from him this year. So we'll see what happens. I mean, he may run it up with half sacks. Look, we could get out there and this team put up 9 sacks week 1. And I don't doubt that. But right now, I have to see it, bro. I have to see. Everybody is on show and proof right now for me. Like, other than Tommy Eichenberg and Travion Henderson, like the 2 guys that I think are going to end up in New York this year, everyone else got to prove it to me. Like, I've seen these guys play out there at gold jacket level, and I need to see everyone else do it. So until then, I am hesitant to go over on this defense. I think 6. I would be happy with 6 for Mike Hall. So I'm going to go with the under.
What did I tell you last week? Mike Hall's name is not Aaron Donald. It's Aaron Donald Sr. It's Aaron Donald's dad. He taught him what
And there's one rule on this network, and that's that we do not disrespect WPIAL niggas. Your boy Cam, your boy Ron is from Pittsburgh. We do not disrespect WPIAL legends. That goes for Malik Hooker. That goes for Aaron Donald. So no, Mike Hall Jr. is not no motherfucking senior to Aaron Donald. So again, before I bring Q up here, I'm going to let him think about his thoughts before we go disrespect the niggas from Pittsburgh again, and go ahead and bring him back up here and to put some respect on the WPIAL's name. Aaron Donald is one of the greatest football players to ever lace them up. So for you to even imply that this junior in fucking college is better than one of the greatest football players of all time is fucking blasphemous. Cam, you know exactly how I made that mistake.
All right. Hey, my fault, everybody. I said Aaron Donald Sr. Actually, what I meant to say is Aaron Donald is actually the third. Mike Hall is the first Aaron Donald. And then there's a junior. And then he's the third. So that's what I meant to say. My fault, y'all. But as I was saying, so 6.5 sacks for Mike Hall. I'm with you. I'm going to go to the under. I think he'll get around 6. That's a lot, though. 6 is a lot. So that's a really good season, but I think he will.
That's what I was saying. Boys want him to come out here and fucking put up Chase Young numbers from the interior. Like, what are we talking about?
18 sacks.
Yeah, Mike Hall over under 15.5 sacks and 5 touchdowns. Like, what are we talking about?
Okay. All right. So Mike Hall's running mate, Tyleik Williams. Now this is I lowballed y'all here. Tyleik Williams over under 3.5 sacks. Where are we at with Tyleik? Ron, let me know.
He's the king of garbage time production, so I'm gonna go over for Tyleik. I could see this man.
Timeout. I know you did not go to the chat and say the Arizona EG.
Yeah, nigga.
Chill out.
Aaron Scott's big bro out here on his fucking extra light skin shit. But back to what I was saying.
Go ahead, man. Go ahead. You got it.
Tyleik Williams, yeah, he's the king of garbage time production. So I think
damn.
What? He is. He gets in there against the fucking scrubs and plays against like West Dakota and starts fucking throwing people over his shoulder. Like his pass rush is immaculate during garbage time. And I think he's gonna beat up on bad competition. I think he hits the over. I don't think this. I'm not trying to be disrespectful. I'm saying when he gets in the game, he fucking goes crazy, and I feel like he will run up stats against bad teams.
You know what? I almost dropped you there for that blasphemy you put on Tyleik Williams. My brother, Tyleik, was my neighbor. His family lived right there, right outside my house, from Manassas, Virginia. Manassas' very own Northern VA, DMV. Y'all know what we about. Anywho, Tyleik Williams is about to be a first-round pick this season. Garbage time? I don't want to hear that nonsense.
Put it on wax, bro. Say it louder. Say Tyleik Williams is a first rounder one more time so I can clip this after the show.
Tyleik Williams will be a first rounder. He's gonna hit the over on these sack numbers. He's gonna go absolutely insane. Manassas, Virginia's very own. There will be no Tyleik disrespect while I'm in here. Y'all can drink that Tywone Malone Kool-Aid. Ty Hamilton's gonna start. Oh, get all that out of here. Tyleik Williams is the guy. He balled out against Penn State last year. Let's not forget. Everybody talk JT. Yeah, JT went off. Watch Tyleik Williams back in that game. Was an absolute monster. And when he was not in the game, everybody complained about Teron Vincent and Jerron Cage, who might be working at UPS now. I don't know or not. But anyway, complain about them. Tyleik Williams is the guy. He needs to be in here. He's going to go over 3.5 sacks, which is not a high number. He's going to be an absolute monster. What else do we need to say? I mean, it's my neighbor. What do you want me to say?
I know you're a Terrapin at heart, so I know you go hard for your DMV guys, so I'm going to just let that go.
All right. So now let's get into your guy. And let me see what the Sat's saying. Kiro Canoe, eat it. Eating at practice. Yeah, Hero's gonna go crazy. Let me see. First rounder, I'm with you, Chris Drew. Hey, Thursday. Lies is gonna go crazy. Ron, get out the chat. All right.
What did I say?
I'm not entertaining this. Anyway, Tommy Eichenberg, your guy. So here we go. Tommy Eichenberg last season had 77 solo tackles. I put his over under. This is for me. I put his over under at 80 and a half. 80 hits the under, 81 hits the over. How many solo tackles will Tommy Eichenberg have this season? Chat, let me know. Ron, what we doing?
Who set this line, bro? I would have set the
did.
line at 150 and a half. And I think Tommy would have, and I still would have I'd still think that Tommy would hit the over. I think our guy Tommy's going to be out here flying around. They're going to get our boy a fade right before the season. So, you know what I mean? He has that Black Air Force energy. And yeah, I think Tommy Eichenberg's going to go out there fucking cracking skulls just like he did last year. And I expect nothing but more of the same this year. I mean, the dude had, 60 tackles in the Rose Bowl? So I think this over-under should be fine.
Yeah, like 15. They all might have been 5 or 10 yards down the field, but he had plenty. I don't know if he's meeting too many guys in the hole.
Our guy Chris Drew, fourth quarter yelling, "Why the fuck Cajun?" We ain't gonna have those problems no more. We don't gotta live like that, Chris Drew.
We don't gotta live like that no more.
We don't gotta live like that no more. We have so much talent on the defensive line that Larry Johnson cannot fuck this up. We are going to have to see the guys we want to see play.
Oh man. But yeah, so Tommy, Chad, let me know, Tommy. Oh man, I would have to say 80 and a half. I think he'll be right around where he was last season. I think about 75 solo tackles. Now, when you jump in on a pile, all those count as tackles. So at the end of the season last year, I think he finished with like 120. But I'm not talking about jumping in. Come on, man. You owe one today. You need to chill out. Anyway, I think Tommy.
What? No. We can talk about it. We can talk about it because this nigga Cam want to talk crazy on bro. We don't got the power up here. Out here slandering Tommy Eichenberg in the chat, bro. Had to go to timeout because we're not about to do that today. We're here for the season, 5 days away from the start of the Heisman campaign, and niggas in here talking about scheme is the reason why he's great, bro. I see plenty of other motherfuckers in there in that same scheme. They ain't look like a Heisman candidate to me. No, I ain't hear no one saying Cody Simon for ain't nobody talking about Cody Simon for Heisman, nigga. They play the same position. Exactly, because he was behind a Heisman candidate.
Y'all saw my line of predictions yesterday for linebacker. I'm just saying. Anywho, I think Tommy finishes under 80 and a half. All right, so that's for Tommy. Now, all right, everybody, listen up. We've been talking about this guy from Ohio, was supposedly rated the best linebacker in the country. Some people say, every recruiting service in the nation all says this. Harold Perkins last year went absolutely insane. Was rated top 10 linebacker coming in to college football this season. There's a guy up at Penn State, might be named Abdul Carter. He was a freshman also, went absolutely insane last year. Top 10 linebacker in the country, so people say. So we got this guy, CJ Hicks. You might have heard of him. Maybe a big-time recruit, all that good stuff. So I will preface this. Steel Chambers last year finished with 45 solo tackles. CJ Hicks this season, over under on solo tackles, 34 and a half solo tackles, 34 to hit the under, 35 to hit the over. Where are we at, chat? Ron, let me know. Where does CJ Hicks finish in tackles this season? Because this is strictly based on playing time. So this is a playing time more question than will CJ produce, because we all believe he will. So where is he at? Over. Is he under or is he over?
Over. I'll be firing coaches on the timeline if he doesn't. I mean, how many tackles did Harold Perkins have last year?
I have no fucking clue, but it's probably over 34, I would believe.
That's what I'm saying. How long are we going to have this guy just sit on the bench? It doesn't make any sense, and he needs to play at 72 tackles. What are we doing? That's what he had. 39 solo, 72 total.
Total. Yeah,
So,
so
and
39.
you have CJ at 34 and a half
Yeah,
solo or
yeah.
total?
Solo.
I'll take. I'm gonna
I
go
mean,
the under then. I'm gonna go the under then because I think they're gonna dick him around and not play him enough. If Harold Perkins played as much as he did, and he only got 39, and
well,
that
he
dude was
didn't.
all
Harold
over the
Perkins didn't
field.
play every game, all game. So you would think this year his stats might fucking
I
double.
mean, CJ Hicks definitely ain't gonna.
We
Not
know
at
that.
Ohio
He ain't starting.
State.
Yeah, so
Wait. We got to
mm,
talk about something before we move
okay.
on here. Week 0, we saw this guy named Captain America out there going crazy for USC.
Oh Lord, Tackett Curtis.
Tackett fucking Curtis. Do you not think that has played a role in why he is playing for Alex Grinch instead of the Ohio State Buckeyes? Jim Knowles has a sandwich named after himself in Tackett Curtis's hometown because he spent so much time recruiting this kid, and now he's starting as a true freshman. Week 0 for USC. Our team's negatively recruiting CJ Hicks because it's like, look, you got this 5-star number 1 linebacker in the class, and they got this man playing jack. Like, what are we doing?
100% when you choose. Now, LA's a nice place. I've been out there. They got some scenery. There's some depth talent off the field, if you know what I'm saying. It's a good place to be. But if you're playing football, there's no way you pick Ohio State over USC. If you are serious, I would call that a very unserious decision. Now, all that said, if you want to start and play early and have an impact and have people back home watching you the first game of the season and you play linebacker, yes, Ohio State might not be the place for you if you want to do all that and be driving a Lamborghini in your first season. You might have to wait till season 3 or 4 to do that. So, yes, most definitely that played a role in why Tackett Curtis is not here because nobody believes in Alex Grinch on the West Coast. Nobody believes in Alex Grinch on the East Coast, nor in the Midwest, the Mid-South, whatever you want to call that little part either. So nobody believes in Alex Grinch other than Alex Grinch himself and Lincoln Riley for some odd reason. So I firmly believe he did not come here because he was not going to play. Not only would he not have played, if Harold Perkins enrolled last season at Ohio State, he would not have played. If Abdul Carter enrolled last season, he would not have played. If Barrett Carter transferred in, we would find a reason to not play him. So, yes, 100%. That is why we are not getting these big-time linebacker recruits year after year, and that is why Georgia gets 5-star after 5-star after 5-star after 5-star. And guys know I got 4 or 5 stars in front of me, and I still might hit the field. So, CJ Hicks has to play this season for the sake of linebacker recruiting in the future. Dear God, please hit the over on 34.5, not just for yourself, for me, for the chat, for Buckeye fans nationwide, for Europe, for the Queen of England, for somebody, goddammit. Please hit that over so we can get a top linebacker to come here and not be spinning back trying to flip Akron's recruit. No disrespect to Akron.
Yeah, we definitely don't want to disrespect Akron. Very lovely place. I visited recently. Let's get through this secondary fairly quickly because I'm looking at some of these numbers, my nigga, and I could tell you the answer is going to be same for a lot of them. And you guys are going to know what my answer is going to be when I read you this first one. Denzel Burke. I had to read this like 4 fucking times because I was like, who set this line? Jesus Christ. Over under 3.5 interceptions.
Over on 3.5. Chat, where y'all at? We didn't have a cornerback get an interception last season. So let me preface that. Denzel Burke should at least walk into 1 or 2 interceptions by himself without making a play. It's not that hard. I played corner before. I'm gonna say over. Denzel Burke.
We're gonna have to start drug testing on this program because I don't know what type of substances my guy Q is using, but my man is smoking heavy this morning, bro.
I think he gets 4. I think he has a breakout season.
Chat, please tell me how many interceptions you think Denzel Burke is going to have this year.
3.5 is not a lot. You think what?
This nigga have 3.5 career interceptions, and you're talking about he's going to do it in one season.
Now,
What the fuck are we talking about?
He got one interception stolen from him, so he might have like 2 or 3.
Okay, he could have one stolen from him, and I could give him 2 more, and he's not at 3.5 in his career. And you're talking about 3 in a season.
He's got the 6.
There's no way. There's no way. He doesn't have 6 in his career.
It's breakout season called breakout for a reason. Actually, that might have been
unless this man
season breakout for a reason. Hey, that's a bar. Again,
I don't want to be disrespectful. I think Denzel Burke absolutely does have an interception. I think Kasai.
Do you think he gets 3?
Kasai hit. No, I don't. I think he gets 2. This nigga didn't turn and look for the ball not one time in an entire fucking season last year. He did not look back one time. 90% of the time, if the receiver's in front of me, Denzel Burke is face guarding him like this, getting sexed up, not even looking for the fucking ball. I didn't even know he knew how to turn his head. I thought bro, you're a movie fucking guy.
Aaliyah, chill.
No. You're a movie guy, Q. You're a movie guy, Q. What does Batman say? It sure would be nice to be able to. It sure would make backing out of the driveway easy. This nigga cannot fucking turn his head. This man's fucking head is fucking locked when he's asking for the new suit after he gets bit by the dogs and he talks about not being able to turn his head. That is Denzel Burke. That nigga cannot turn around. He can't back out of the driveway because he never looks for the fucking ball. No. 2 interceptions. 3.5 is fucking crazy, bro.
I trust Tim Walton. I trust his cornerback development. I'm going to go 4. Over the season. Over under. And maybe pull my stats out. All right. So that's Denzel Burke. I'm seeing a lot of overs in the chat, and Q is right. So that's what I'm seeing in the chat. 100%. I appreciate y'all. Okay. So Jordan Hancock, 2.5. Over under.
Well, according to you, he's getting drafted this year. So I would hope over 2.5. He's not. I would go with 2. No. He's going under again. If anything, I'd be shocked if he crosses 2. How many career interceptions do we have for our man that's getting, according to you? I know you're going to say over. Go ahead, say
it. No, I'm gonna actually go to under. I think 2 is right for him. I'm gonna go 2 for Jordan Hancock, but I think he's going to ball out this season. He's gonna make plays, a lot of pass breakups, 2 interceptions, and he will get drafted. And I will be fine dining in wherever I have moved to during that time on Ron's time.
But I mean, I definitely see where you're coming from. I just pulled up his career stats, and
oh my god,
he has 9 total tackles, 0 forced fumbles, 0 interceptions, and 0 pass defenses. Oh, I'm sorry, 1 career pass defense. So
there you go.
It sounds like a first rounder to me.
I didn't say first rounder. I did not say that. I said he will get drafted this season. Don't be doing that. Yeah, everybody here thinking
he's not though. But
I'd say
first round or drafted, they're both pretty ridiculous. Either way,
those 2 things are not the same. Not say first round,
bro. You could fit all 9 tackles in 6.5 seconds of film.
Ron, he hasn't played.
Why?
Because he was hurt last season, or he would have had way more reps than J.K. Johnson, who transferred out, or Jair Brown, who looked good at his playing time.
See, and here's the thing. I like Jordan Hancock, but you be taking it too far, acting like this nigga's Tommy Eichenberg or something. He's not.
Okay. Like I say, when I'm fine dining on Ron's dime, you know what happens. All right. Let's get duty. So last one I had, Ja'Had Carter. Now this is a little hefty. This is a little hefty, so y'all prepare for this. Ja'Had Carter, freshman All-American, I will say. Come in here. They say this kid's a ball hawk. They said shades. Shades of Malik Hooker.
Again. This guy Q, man, he just can't leave it alone. We're done with disrespecting Whippeal niggas. He talks about Syracuse safety coming in here looking like Malik Hooker. He's not even going to play over Malik Hartford. What are we talking about? Get up here and tell them this goofy ass line that you have right here. because this is fucking insane. We don't even know if this nigga's gonna play. And Q has this man out here looking like fucking Charles Woodson. Go ahead. What's the fucking line, Q? What's the line? Go ahead. Tell them this goofy ass line.
Hey, inside information. They tell me he's balling. Okay, Ja'Had Carter, 4.5 interceptions over under. Now the safeties last year did get some picks. Robert moved himself. The safeties last year did get some picks. So this is not exactly insane. 4.5, chat where we're at. And since Ron is up, Ron, get your ass back up here. He ain't about to be hiding.
I quit. I quit. I'm done.
Shades of Malik Hooker, like I said. 4.5. I actually think he's going to be the ball hawk of this defense. If interceptions are going to come from, I think it's going to come from him. He will start. What are we talking about? He's going to play that inside role. I'm pretty sure, probably more than Jordan Hancock, because Jim Knowles does not want to start 3 corners, even though Ryan Day said start 3 corners. So I'm going to go 5. Where y'all at, chat? Does he finish with 4? And that's the under, 5 or the over. I see people say 4, so I'm not far off here with this over-under stat. So see 4, throw some in there. Ron, where do you think he finishes with interceptions?
Oh, sorry. I just got off the phone with my bank so I can slam this fucking under. Like, Jesus.
Yeah, bet it.
They see I got 10 bands and they said, was this you? So I had to let them know, yes, someone's giving a line of 4.5 on Ja'Had Carter interceptions, and I must slam the under.
I'm seeing some 4s. In the chat, so I'm not too far off.
So, I mean, at this pace, just between corners and Ja'Had Carter, we're going to have 14 interceptions this year. So we should be averaging at least 2 a game with these statistics.
Start with Indiana. You can only go from there. All right. Now, this one was not anywhere. I just made it up strictly for entertainment value. Jim Knowles, the over-under. Teton game. November 28th is every season. What is it? November 28th, right? Thanksgiving. I think 28th. November 28th. Ohio State rolls into Ann Arbor. A crowd of ugly yellow. Jim Knowles has been known for giving up explosive plays. That is his mark. He says, "I will give up a few explosive plays a game." Yada yada yada. I have set the over/under at 3.5. Does Jim Knowles give up more than 3.5, which would be 4 explosive plays against Teton, or does he hit the under with 3 or less explosive plays? Where are we at with Jim Knowles over/under explosive plays in the Teton game? Wrong.
I mean, I guess I was upsetting some people in the chat for being so negative. I will be positive here. I do not have the Geek Squad protection plan on my TV. So for the sake of my TV, it better be 3.5 or your boy's going to be playing Mike Tyson Punch-Out on the big screen, because there's no way I'm watching over 3.5 defensive plays. Because, I mean, explosive plays. If they do, they should walk out onto the field at the end of the game and fire him in Ann Arbor and leave him there to find his own flight home, like they did with Lane Kiffin when they fired him from the Raiders and they left him in the losing city. They're over 3.5 is completely unacceptable. You let up 3 last year. I think we still might even be able to compete in that game. But like the amount of explosive plays that we gave up last year was disgusting and unacceptable. And I don't think it happens again this year.
The chat's a fire.
Especially when you have Ja'Had Carter out there getting, 6 interceptions that game. What do you have Ja'Had Carter at over/under for the Teton game? Q 4 interceptions in that game alone.
Shades of Bryson Shaw. Definitely pick when we need one. Oh man, that's all I got for over/under stats. Y'all, Rob, take it away. You got anything left for the show?
I do. I have a couple quick hitters before we get out of here. This might be a tough one, especially with Ja'Had Carter, with 5 interceptions this year. But more snaps, Malik Hartford or Ja'Had Carter?
Ja'Had Carter, more snaps.
Boo. Over/under 3.5 starts for Cam Martinez this year.
Under, if not, Jim Knowles is fired.
And our last one. Over/under. I mean, there can only be one answer from you on this one with the fucking stats you have this defense putting up. Over under top 12.5 defense in the country this year.
With the defensive line, as they talk about it, with this retooled secondary and playing the right players on defense, and I truly believe we will win a national championship this season, I'm going to have to ride with under the 12.5 best defense. So that would be less than 12, because that's just an odd way to put that. So a top 10 defense, man. Top 10 defense, however you say, over, under, whatever. Top 10 defense this season. We will not accept any less. The guy's making $2 million. Go play some damn defense.
Q really pocket watching with Jim Knowles, because anytime he got criticism for that nigga, he always be like, hey, $2 million.
If him or his sister throw me 100 bands, I will never complain about Jim Knowles again. That's my price. Everybody has theirs.
That's a pretty low price. I'm gonna need more than that, because if
this
nigga
comes
out here looking
fired, no, it's not.
No, if he comes out here looking weak, you couldn't pay me $100,000 not to talk crazy. Like, we are going to be hella critical. The season's here. My excitement is gone. Winning time is here. What are your thoughts, Q? It's game week. Are you fired up?
I mean, I'm good. I'm ready to go. Hey, I'm telling you, Thursday, tune in. It's going to be a lot of lies told. Jason Scott, he said he wants to know our season predictions. I've been on the record saying this is the natty season. I didn't believe last year was the natty season, even though we were that close. So I believe it's the natty season for us. I don't see us losing a game in the regular season. And obviously, we can't lose one in the playoffs either to win a natty. So that's where I'm rocking. Too much talent on this team. Ron.
15-0. Like, what kind of question is that? I can be critical, but your boy's still a homer. We are going to absolutely win the national championship, and anything that looks anything less than that standard will be criticized extensively on this program. So just a heads up, we are here, and the realism is here. The sunshine is gone. The season is right in front of us. I honestly, I couldn't be more excited. Watching football this season, this weekend had me so hyped and so ready for this Saturday, like being able to watch the Buckeyes and watch our college football pregame show right here on the channel from 10 a.m. to 11:30. We have so many big things lined up this week. Q, tell the people what we got going on before we get out of here.
Yeah, man. So it's Monday. So Wednesday, we have our national show. That'll be Mike and the gang, the Fans Edge. They go up there, a lot of energy, a little more. You get a little more feed from around the country, what's going on. Thursday, big Chris Drew will be in the building. I'm not cutting my hair if we good. I'm not cutting my hair. We're not undefeated. It's not happening. Nothing for looks. I will do some bets, but not eyebrows.
He said not his hair, but he'll do his eyebrows. So if the Buckeyes don't go undefeated, your boy Q is going to be out here looking like I don't even know, something without eyebrows.
But yeah, Thursday, me and Big Chris Drew in here, state of the program. Y'all know what to expect there. Ron will be post-game at Bleacher Report, and he will be pre-game right here at 10 a.m. So that's what we got coming up this week. Pretty much a very full week. That's the thing every day, every morning here, 8 a.m. And we roll from there. So if you need an update, we'll update you again tomorrow. But we're here all week. So every day we got something, man. We got something for you. The season is starting. We're excited. This channel is exploding a little bit. So we're excited to see that. We appreciate y'all coming in here. 70 people at near 9 a.m. We would definitely appreciate y'all coming through and hanging out with us.
Yeah, shout out to the guy Shawn Michaels. I was in here flexing 1,800 subs on Twitch the other day. We're at 5,000. Biatch! Q, let the people know where you can find us.
Yeah, man. If you want to find me, I got it left. Okay, well, it was there. But City Boy Quentin on Twitter, Fly Jobs on Instagram. I also talk movies and minor league films here on YouTube and on TikTok. And then every day in the morning, 8 a.m. right here.
And if you want to find me, you can find me on Twitter at 2Ts. That's 2_TEES. It's the same on Twitch. You can find me on TikTok at 2Shiesty. Here every morning with my guy Q for the Buckeye Roast at 8 a.m. The season is officially here. You can find me on Bleacher Report for an immediate post-game reaction on Saturday, and also right here at 10 a.m. on Saturday for the college football pregame show. And we also have Buckeye BS on Sundays at 10 a.m. with our guys Mike and Cam. Make sure if you want to see the whole gang together to recap the game on Sundays that you are there. It is going to be a live show, I promise. So it's going to be one for the ages. So we appreciate you guys. Have a good one, and see you tomorrow.